Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanitha Lenka, I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important transit of Saturn turning still and then getting direct. Now, I would like to know from you guys from 13th July when Saturn turned retrograde in Pisces sign. I've done a video on the same as well. You guys have to come back and let me know in the comment section what all you have experienced when Saturn transited through the Pisces sign in retrogression. Because you see, retrogression has to give you either some reversals in the Pisces sign, so definitely something to do with emotions also, something to do with your profession, career-wise also, and it is in trine to the other water signs of Cancer and Scorpio as well. So how has it transformed you? How has it helped you? Because after 30 years, this Saturn went for retrograde for the first time in the Pisces sign. So it definitely has to impact you somewhere or the other. Secondly, when Saturn is in retrogression, it is moving backwards towards its own zone. Imagine there's a house, a big house with 4-5 rooms, okay? Saturn has just entered. Suppose you have just entered the house and you've not even reached the living room and you forget your keys and you say, my car ignition is on. I think I've left the keys inside. And you have to move backwards and in reverse, you're just going to collect the keys and you reach the door and you realize, the keys are still in my pocket, and you come back to the living room, which means that this Saturn I hope I'm audible also. Okay, because this is a live session, I'm sorry I interrupted. So when this Saturn comes into the living room and turns retrograde, reaches the door and comes back, so that is what this Saturn retrogression phenomena is going to be. Like, it is going to be more time consuming to reach the living room, relax and have your sip your tea. So what happened? It disturbed your that particular event of relaxing, because you've come back from work and you want to just relax. Now what happens? Next year and next to next year again, this Saturn is going to turn retrograde in the Pisces sign, but the degrees will be different. So now it is in the initial degrees, it's touching upon 0 degrees or some minutes and it's going to get direct. Otherwise it would have gone back to Aquarius as it happened earlier also in the previous years, and then it will move further on. In the other rooms it will be touching upon, like you will be moving into your bedroom or some other room or maybe study, but it will be like coming back again to the living room or coming back to your bedroom or coming back to your study. So that is something which this retrogression is like. You get little disturbed also because you have to travel the same distance over and over again, like at least twice you have to. So when this kind of a phenomena has touched upon in your lives, how has it impacted you personally? Has it given you good results? Because when you are coming back, you're thinking other things also. So maybe, you were thinking something nice, or you got time out, let me just change my mood. I came in a very bad mood. So from the living room to the door, you were thinking good things also. So this is not completely a negative phenomena. Remember that. But it is a time consuming phenomena. And also remember, when you go and, go back to throw the javelin, you are actually preparing and gaining strength, and then you throw that javelin with full force. That is also retrogression. So you definitely must have achieved something during this time. So that is what I want to know from you guys. So 13th of July till the 28th of October, this Saturn is retrograde and then stationary, because 13th July completely not retrograde, because it will station few days before and then a few days later, and then will get direct. Before getting direct will be stationary, and then will be stationary post getting direct, and then will the journey of moving forward starts. So during this video, I'm going to be sharing few things which are very important to check. The trinal connection of Jupiter and Saturn and the other grahas. Then when Saturn turns direct, it is going to be looking at the same grahas which were in trine to this Saturn in Sagittarius sign. because Sagittarius energy is also going to be very heavily impacted or activated. Sagittarius sign, Scorpio sign, Cancer sign, these are getting activated when Saturn is turning direct. So are we cautious? Are we taking care? Are we doing things that we want to do, or we are prepared for it or not? I'm going to be sharing my insights for the 12 sign readings also. So stick on to the brief summary part that I'm going to be sharing through a presentation. I'll be explaining what exactly is happening. The dates also I'll be explaining, mentioning, and then we will be incorporating everything, whatever is happening in the Scorpio sign and in the Sagittarius sign because of this Saturn energy. How is it going to play out in your personal lives on the generic readings of the 12 signs. So let me share with you the presentation. Okay. Yes, so this is something which you can write once the video gets uploaded. You can mention about your personal stories, that what happened, how the things played out when you were having this Saturn in retrogression. Okay, so that will be really helpful for me also. It is really, a very important part that I always ask you guys whenever it is, any kind of planetary position shifts happening. So we have this... I'll tell you why I've written Water-Trine and Sagittarius ignition, because in the Water-Trine we are going to be having this energy of Saturn. And first of all, the dates that Saturn retrogression 13 July to 28 November. Also, Mercury is going to be retrograde on the 10th November to 29th November, but in the water sign from the 23rd till the 23rd November in the Scorpio sign, and then it moves forward in backwards towards the Libra sign from 23rd November to the 29th November. But Jupiter is going to be from 11th November till the 11th March retrograde in the sign again, or water sign. So that is also Cancer sign I'm talking about. Now the Saturn is in the Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra since October 3rd and till the 28th November. It is going to be in this nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapada in retrogression and moves forward in Cancer Navamansha itself till the 20th January. So I will be covering till the 20th of January what it means in the Cancer Navamansha. Okay, see, Jupiter is in Cancer Cancer sign from 18th October to 5th December. I've written all the dates in the description box. Please note them down. Okay, and let me open the presentation for you guys so that you can see it well. Okay, now this is what is the connection which is happening, when we talk about the water connection. So this is a very harmonious kind of a connection. Mars is going to be in Scorpio from 27 October to 7 December. Then Sun is in Scorpio from 16th November to 16th December. Then Venus is in Scorpio from 28th November to 20th December. And Mercury is in Scorpio from the the Mercury will also get direct, right? So it will be in the Scorpio sign again from the 6th December to 29th December. Okay, so this is something which is going to happen. Now when Jupiter is there, grace into relevant houses, you have to see that it is going to give. Then Mars in Scorpio, hard enforcement, execution, crisis response. Then Sun in Scorpio, authorizations, audits, leadership scrutiny, all that will happen. Okay, and these are the dynamics of water energy and the fire energy and the trinal dynamics. So you can just make a note of these, the slides that I've made for you guys, which will help you understand. Should I switch off my camera? No, I think I can't do it. There's a Saturn sign actually behind me, my picture. So you can just simply understand the Sun in Scorpio will be giving you authorizations, audits, leadership scrutiny. Venus in Scorpio will be giving you liquidity, goodwill, M&As, and alliances. Mercury in Scorpio will give you contracts, paperwork, tender, logistics. Okay. Now, when we talk about the fire element, when this is going to be in the fire sign, when Saturn is turning direct, it is going to be looking at the Sagittarius sign. Okay, when it is looking at the Sagittarius sign, from 7th December to 16th January, Mars is going to be there. Okay, and momentum, campaigns, defense, aviation, legal actions might take place. Then Sun is going to be in Sagittarius. Okay, from 16 December to 14 January 2026, and Saturn will be looking here. I'll explain in a bit through the diagram also, don't worry. So visibility, policy, governance and status. Then Venus in Sagittarius from 20th December to 13 Jan 2026. Diplomacy, travel, education, commerce, price relief. Mercury will be in Sagittarius from 29 December to 17th January. So permits, visa, contracts, publishings will definitely be in your favor. So all this is going to be, these are the dates which I have mentioned about the Sagittarius as well as. So when Saturn enters in the direct motion, Saturn transitions into direct motion, marking a significant shift in energy where responsibilities and lessons begin to unfold, enhancing clarity and forward momentum in personal and professional realms. Also remember, this Saturn is going to be in the direct motion till July 27th July 2026, and then it will again turn retrograde, but in some other Navmansha, in some other nakshatra. Let me see, on the 27th July, it is going to be 27th July, let me see, one sec. Sagittarius, Navmansha, Revati, Pisces. So it is going to be in Uttar Bhadrapada itself. Uttar Bhadrapada only it will turn retrograde. Sagittarius, 17th May, 2nd July. Revati, it will be in Revati of Pisces. It will come back in Uttar Bhadrapada on 9th of October. So I will be doing that video, of course, and I've done the video. I've mentioned all the dates when it is going to be in Uttar Bhadrapada. So you can watch that video again also. And also, when it is the midpoint phase, it is stationary and then it will turn direct. So, the midpoint phase sees a blend of energies where individuals begin to assess their paths, adjusting plans and commitments while gaining insights into past actions and future goals. That is what is Saturn in the direct motion or stationary motion, we can say. And now Saturn is fully direct. After the generally it is said that in the first week of December it will be in the full direct motion. So energies will it will impact and emerges. Practitioners experience heightened discipline and structure, facilitating long-term strategies and emotional maturity, driving personal growth and professional achievements in various endeavors. This is when Saturn is direct in the Pisces sign. And then water element, because it is activating all the water elements, being in trine, that is the water element. Now when there is this Sagittarius from water to the Sagittarius sign, Saturn is now forming a connection also. When the planets, I've just mentioned the dates in the description box, I repeat, there will be, and also in the comment section also I'll give all the dates of the transit positions of the grahas. Mars from 7 December to 16 January, like that, is going to be in Sagittarius. So see, fire embodies passion and creativity. So you will definitely feel the urge to do more when the Sagittarius sign is getting active. Okay. See, instead of the emotional part, now you're going to be more in the ignition part. You were very emotional, you were very creative, you were very sensitive. Now the thing that is activating when all the grahas are forming a stellium in the Sagittarius sign, now this will make you more creative, more passionate. And it will give you courage also to do things, and this will definitely bring about this. The trinal aspect means that there will be harmony in facilitating the supportive energy. If it is emotions, it will be making you more emotional, all the water energies. If it is fiery energy, so it will make you more passionate and creative, and it will give you courage. That is the difference between the water and the fire energy. And as it is the Gandanta energy also, if you know, if we talk about it. So when we talk about the the trinal energy, what is playing out, that is the 4, 8 and 12 energy. So it is the harmonious trine, actually. Always the energy and the elements are the same. So the qualities that will be there would be enhancing cooperative interactions with the natal and the transit charts. Now the Supportive nature of trines encourages growth and development. Okay, it encourages the growth and the development, and allows individuals to leverage the strengths and of involved planets. They support each other also. Remember, if it is the water energy, it is going to be supportive of these energies also. So water related global impacts also will be on the water related things, it definitely will be impacting that. Okay. Now, Saturn direct enhances the synergy between water and fire trines, fostering not fire trine, but it is looking at the fire zone. So, fostering emotional maturity while providing structure. This unique combination offers opportunities for growth, balancing intuition and action in decision making. Okay, the challenge can be that you might just be too emotional in doing things, and you can get overwhelmed also, and taking practical steps in disciplined actions, you will feel restrictive also. Professionally, leadership qualities will enhance, and you will be able to balance innovation and discipline, drive successful outcomes can be felt. Okay, and see, these are the hypothetical scenarios of influence where you can have some personal growth, professional relationship will increase, long-term projects wise it is good, leadership roles you can get because Saturn influences and influence empowers decisive and responsible leadership. So that way it is going to be like a hypothetical situation again, because we cannot be specific about it. So it will definitely give you a structured planning thing in your project completion also when Saturn is direct. So that is why I said, whatever you have done in the past, check yourself. What is it that you need to work on? Saturn will help you with doing that as well. So key takeaways are understanding Saturn direct water fire connection. Saturn direct water fire connection encourages you a structured approach to emotional insights, enabling professionals to harness intuition and creativity for growth and effective decision making. Okay, and again it is good for your leadership and creative endeavors also. Okay, now let's do the 12 sign readings. All right, so we are going to be discussing the 12 sign readings. Now here, if you will see, let me just share with you. Okay, let me just, okay, anyhow, see, you can see Saturn is here. Saturn is in trine to this water zone, and then it is looking at the Sagittarius sign. So one by one, all the grahas will be moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius, and Saturn is looking here. So that is why the summary part was that important. Okay, now let's start with the and the reading is as per the ascendant, moon and the dasha sign. So let's start with the Aries readings first. So for Aries, I hope it is audible, everything is clear. I hope so. Okay. All right. So for Aries natives, the Saturn is going to turn direct on the 28th November in the 12th house. Now 12th house, the theme has related to retreats, foreign closure, something to do with foreign land. In case you were thinking of going to the foreign land, now the theme is going to activate. Now you have been, since the 13th of July till the 28th November, you have been planning everything like that. Now it is going to be moving into the zone where it is going to be becoming activating the 12th house zone. So if you want to take time out, time off, whatever you are doing, or you want to do things for yourself, retreat, or you want to go to travel to foreign land or something, you want to join a job there, so this is definitely going to activate it, and you will be able to save good chunk of money also now. This is that kind of a thing. And Jupiter is in the Cancer sign, by the way, so it is going to be triggering home environment. So you might just be redoing your place, you might just be purchasing property also, maybe in the foreign land you can purchase also, because Jupiter is looking at this Shani also, and is going to get retrograde on the 11th of November till the 11th of March next year. Now Mars is also going to be in Scorpio. Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, one by one, they will be transiting through your 8th house. So there will be a lot of energy in your 8th house. So what is happening from 27th October to 7th of December, Mars is also going to be in trine to this Shani. So execution power and swift fixes. This is going to activate your taxes, insurance, your debt. Also, take care of your blood related issues in case you're having anything to do with blood. Sun is also going to be in Scorpio from the 16th November to the 16th December. So this is also good for your goodwill. You know, you will now work on your goodwill. It is working behind the scenes. You will illuminate that zone where the light is required. Now you're going to be activating something which has not been activated till now, depending on your personal spheres of life. If something is amiss, you know, you will get that clarity now with Sun here. And also audits, authorization, leadership calls. Maybe you will get a leadership role with Sun in the, but you have to take care of your name and fame also, because there is an indication of defamation when Sun is in the 8th house. So you need to be careful about that. Thankfully, but there's a clause. Thankfully, Jupiter is looking here. Your Bhagya Lord is looking here. So it is a big time protection when Sun and Mars and Venus and Mercury are going to be in your 8th house. Venus in the Scorpio sign in the 8th house will also enhance your taste in your aesthetics. You might just purchase some gold, silver, or some assets with Jupiter and Venus in trine with Saturn also there. So there will be some restriction in your relationship. Maybe the sexual urge is increasing and Saturn is restrictive. So that is something, because it is a cold graha, so that physical aspect is definitely going to be a miss. Okay, but overall it is going to be good for your funds, your authorization, your love, relationship. It is good. Mercury is also going to be in Scorpio 6th to the 28th of November, and then it is going to be, one sec, let me tell you. Mercury is going to be from 6th December to the 29th of December. So that is when you can file, you can go for investments, contracts, logistics, and also signing some contracts or paperwork. You might just be doing that also. Traveling and connecting with the your lawyer if you have any kind of PR visa, etc., which is going to be getting activated. Now after one by one, when Saturn is going to be looking at this Sagittarius sign when it is direct, it is going to be, because all the grahas one by one will be from 7 December onwards transiting through the Sagittarius sign. Now Mars will be in Sagittarius from 7 December to 16th of January 2026. So this is good for academics, law, travel. You will be able to push initiatives. You will be able to guard against overreach. And this is a good time for starting or initiating any kind of project. Also, if you have any pending job, this will give you that courage and responsibility also. It will be a pushy kind of a transit. Now Sun is also going to be coming out of your 8th house 16 December to the 14th Jan 2026 and will be in the Sagittarius sign. So this is also good for academics, law, travel, visibility, policy announcements. Saturn is also looking here, so you will definitely get that clarity. Venus is also going to be in Sagittarius from 20 December to 13 January. So this is good for diplomacy, travel, education, commerce. So why I'm elaborating on Aries first, I will not be giving all the dates in all the signs. Please make a note right now, and in the comment section and the description box also the dates will be there. So I'll just give you the readings then next. So diplomacy, travel, education, commerce, all this is going to be enhanced. When Mercury is in Sagittarius from the 29th December to the 17th of Jan 2026. Now this is also good for permits, visa, contracts, publishing, launches. If you want to write a book, you can do that also. So this is that kind of a window where you can use your water energy, that is your emotions well as well, and you can also keep your, don't overextend during Mars in Sagittarius. Keep compliance first and schedule key signs, or just maybe you can do the sign ups or change the job, etc., when all the grahas are in the 9th house. So this is something which is going to be really favorable for each one of us, I think, whosoever has a Saturn in a minus minus plus, because it's the 10th and the 11th lord in the 12th house. So this is definitely positive for the ones who are looking for a relocation, or looking for a job overseas, who are looking for a change, purchase of property, and whosoever is looking for a professional career fixation or fix also. Okay. See, Ketu is also going to be looking at, not to forget, Ketu is also going to be in trine to Sagittarius. So this has to be taken into account, that this is definitely not going to be a good time period for relationships. You have to take care of your relationship, love, romance. Okay, don't get into that breakup mode. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this Saturn is going to be getting direct in your 11th house. Now Saturn was retrograde, and it was retrograde since the 13th of July. So you have to tell me how this phase was, how it has treated you, what all you have done, how was your relationship with your friends, your bosses, your subordinates, how you have been able to manage your work profile. Has it given you some upgradation, or it has given you some demotion? All that I want to understand from you also. But you must remember that there's a water activation with the trine of water getting activated. Jupiter is in your third house, and Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury are in your 7th, Saturn in your 11th. So use this grace window well, for approvals, support, and then execution power and swift fixes. The partnership, business, clients, public image, you can enhance and upgrade. Avoid rash moves though, because Mars is going to be in your 7th house. Then also audits, partners, clients, public, authorization, leadership calls, and also your it will give you that fundraising also, if at all you have been waiting for some fundraising. But you have to be very particular about your contracts, logistics, and sign ups, and if you are thinking of growth in your finances, so this would be a good window. Fire activation happens when Saturn is going to be aspecting Sagittarius sign. So that's happening for all the grahas separately. But when Mars is in Sagittarius from 7 December to 16 January, so this will be the time when you will be working on your taxes, on your debts, on your insurance. So these are going to play out when the 8th house is getting active also. Push initiatives, guard against overreach, visibility, policy announcements, diplomacy, travel, education, commerce, all these can get triggered up. Also, if you are thinking of any kind of visa, PR, publishing, announcing some, some of you're launching some project or books, etc. You're thinking of writing and publishing. So this is going to be a good time period for you guys. But do remember that whenever there is this activation of the 8th house, there's a lot of energy in the 8th house. So they can be planetary aggression or war also amongst each other. So this can bring about too much of negative impact also on your mental health. So you need to be really careful about what you're thinking, what you want to do, because there's no but there is a positive aspect of Jupiter also, because Jupiter will be looking here. So this is saving grace from 5th December onwards. Jupiter will be looking at Sagittarius. Before that, Jupiter is looking at your 7th house. So you're protected in your partnership, you're protected in your finances, in your savings. So make decisions and choose this very carefully and wisely. Then Saturn is looking here, then Saturn's sign will get active with all the grahas one by one crossing Capricorn, and then crossing the other sign of Saturn. Can you see? And then we'll be connecting with Saturn. So one by one, all the grahas, Saturn is your Yogkara graha also, looking at the 8th house. So can you see how Saturn is just forming a connection with all the planets back to back? So I think till the time everything goes into the Pisces sign, this is going to be getting active only. So next year, I think it will be towards the end, mid of June or mid of July, you know, one by one all the grahas will be touching upon Saturn. So this is why I'm saying that whatever you are going to be laying the foundation for now is going to be definitely giving you that growth and sustainability in the future. So this is what coming to the next one. So I'll quickly cover, because I don't want to repeat the dates. I'll just give you the flash points and the highlighted points of the transits, okay, the meanings, because then unnecessary it is a wastage of time and energy. So for Gemini, it's a good graha for you, and in the 10th house it is definitely going to be giving you a relief, because from the retrogression it is moving forward. So do let me know what is happening between 13 July to 28 November first, and then the next phase is from 28 November to 27 July 2026. So now with this particular transit, what is happening? Water-Trine is getting active for you. So this is good for your health, for your finances, for your growth in your career, professional career also. So when we talk about Saturn in trine to Venus, Sun, Mercury, Mars one by one, so this definitely is going to be positive, because 28th November onwards, one by one till 29th December, all the grahas will be forming a connection with Saturn in this water trine. Okay, so this is good for your income, family, speech, and also it is good for execution, power, swift fixes. Don't make rash decisions during this time, because Mars is also there in the Scorpio sign, not to forget that. Also health, you will be focused more on your health. You might just get a job if you are jobless, and also this will give you a leadership role if you are at that stature, you're waiting for a promotion or something. So this stationary direct movement, so somewhere around the first week of December, you will experience positive energies. You will start getting the positive news around in and around that time. But before to that, it is going to be forming a connection in the trine to your 6th house. So definitely very positive for your goodwill, for your reputation, and for your contracts, for your agreements. And also it is going to be giving you some relief in your financial savings also. Maybe you were having a lot of expenditures till now you'll be able to save good chunk of money as well. But do remember, when this Sagittarius sign is going to get active with Saturn aspecting this zone, any which ways it is going to be all through aspecting this zone, but it is going to be activating with the double transit your marriage house also, partnership, business, and also it is good for guarding over, it is good for your visibility, it is good for policy announcements, it's good for your diplomacy, travel, education, long distance journeys, meeting the partner while traveling. Maybe you're going to be having good maybe some contracts, visa, etc. will get triggered up as well. So this is definitely a very positive time period for you guys, in case you are waiting for some activation because of this particular combination. Also paperwork, inheritance, if you're waiting for something like that to happen, also will trigger up. And when we talk about the legal clarity or any kind of legal battle that you have been in, so this is going to be enhancing all of that as well, because it is good for vendor harmony, it is good for legal actions, it is good for winning the legal battle also. You will definitely be auditing your health routines also. You'll be fixing your relationship will get better with your subordinates. You'll be fixing your timelines. No, I have to do this, I have to fix my routine now. So everything is going to get that positive energy, and any kind of compliance or anything to do with your tenders, SOPs, etc. That is also because Mars is going to be in your 6th house. So this is definitely very positive, and I would suggest that if you are signing any documents, etc., just make sure when it is going to be Sagittarius getting active from 7 December to January next year. So you, within this 1 month's time, you must take care of your deliverables and documentation. Don't commit until unless you can do it, because Saturn says don't be indisciplined. Be more disciplined and be more particular about what you're committing. If you're committing, you must stick by your word. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Cancer. Alright, so for Cancer natives, a very, very big time relief that you're entering into with Saturn turning direct after the 28th November. So now, please go back from 13th July till the 28th of November. What all happened? You see, we have experienced already, with the Cancer natives, generally, it is said that when a graha is inching backwards towards the 8th house, and it is the ruler of the 8th house also for Cancer natives, so it brings about too much of negative energy to that house. It brings slowdown, loss of the dear ones, or there is something which creates some obstacles and hurdles from time to time at the place of work also. You don't get your due, or you don't get recognition also. So now when Saturn is turning direct, definitely it is going to give you that kind of relief that you are waiting for. So it is good for legal, academic, immigration, restarts, etc. And also Jupiter is in this trine or water trine as well. As you can see, it's in the first house. So this is a big time blessing any which ways. Just you have to take care of your health. That is something I always tell when Jupiter is in the first house, because it is in the it is also the ruler of your 6th house. So you need to take care of your health any which ways. Now, when you see the other grahas one by one activating the trine from Saturn, that is the water trine of 5th house, that is Venus, Sun, Mars, if you can see Mercury is also there. So this is going to trigger up so many things now related to the 5th house. You're going to be very creative. You're going to be working on your growth, children, love, relationships, education, all that, or scholarship if you're waiting for some competitive success. So this is definitely going to be positive for you. And routines, because not routines right now, I'll tell you the routines things will get activated in the in your 9th sign. So when all the grahas one by one will be touching upon this zone, so in case you are you have to submit your papers, if you have to do something, so the dates are in the description box. If you are asking me again and again the dates, I will not be able to tell every time the dates. So I've mentioned it in the description box. So when you talk about the submission, scholarship, funding, creativity, love, romance, investments, financial growth, so because there is a lot of energy on your 5th house. So this will definitely trigger most of the things. It's just that you have to be very careful that you don't get carried away and go overboard in anything, because Saturn is the planet of contract. And when Saturn is looking at all the grahas, it is going to be touching upon all the degrees one by one. All the planets are going to be touching upon Saturn's degrees. It is at 0 degrees. So initially only you will start getting the results. You must understand. So and planets should not be in close vicinity to Sun also. When they are in close vicinity to Sun, they are combust. Then also they lose their say. They stop giving the results. So you have to take care of in the middle of the of November month, in the middle of the December month, you have to be taking care of your romance, love, relationship with others, whatever I just mentioned. Then the 6th house is going to get triggered up, from the 7th December onwards till all the way till the 17th of January 2026, because there is a clustering of planets happening in your 6th house where Saturn is aspecting. So this is how we have to form the relationship, that Saturn is looking one by one, and then Saturn's sign will get activated, and then Saturn conjunction will take place. So one by one, all the grahas have now, can you see, started to merge with Saturn. So when this Saturn transits through through the Sagittarius, Jupiter is looking here also. That's a big time saving grace. So you can set your routines, you can set your fitness regime, you will be working out, you will be taking care of your mental setup also, your connection with your co-workers, subordinates, etc., your house help, your pets, they are also going to get some relief. There can be some dispute resolution that you're waiting for from a long time, you will get that also. Compliance, and also it is good for triggering your workplace connections with the co-workers. It is going to improve also. Ketu is there in the second house, but remember, Ketu in the second house will give you till the end of next year. It is going to be here, 2026 November. So you have to be little careful about your finances. You don't have to, and your speech. Eat right. Don't expect others to behave the way you are. So that is something you have to be little careful about. Watch your tongue before uttering anything to anyone. You have to be really careful. And this is also because Mars will be transiting, so this is also going to be the time when you can start a litigation, or you can just have some issues at your workplace with your co-workers also. That is between 7 December to 16 January 2026. You have to be a little careful about the dispute part. Okay, coming to the next one, but sweat it out. It is a good time to sweat it out. Sorry. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this is the transit of Saturn is in your 8th house. Now Saturn is in your 8th house, is retrograde right now, and will get direct. Now big time saving grace for you guys also, as it was for the Cancer natives. See, when it is getting direct, it is like you will be able to manage your insurance, your finances, your liability management is going to take place. And also it is going to be looking at your 10th house, so it will be triggering any which ways your job, your career, anything to do with your stagnant part, will start getting the momentum. When Saturn is retrograde in the 8th house, it is weak. It is considered to be weak. Now it is going to get direct and inching towards your 9th. It is slowly and gradually picking up. In a way, it is actually gaining strength now. It has actually transited your 8th house. So it has to trigger the aspects related to your 4th house also, related to your 10th house also, and related to your 9th house, your 5th house also. So it will trigger your maybe leaving your home, going to the foreign land if you have been thinking of doing so from a long time, travels, all these will get activated with Jupiter also there. So there's a backstop, relief is there for you guys, and property, vehicles, all that is also getting active. Documentation, renovation, interiors, and then deeds, NOCs, utility files, all that is getting triggered up with Saturn looking at your 4th house in trine, and Jupiter also in trine. So this is a big time saving grace. And then your 5th house is getting active from the 7th December till the 17th of January, 7th December till the next year 17th January. In between this time, the clustering of planets is going to be in your 5th house. So 5th house is the house of children, your creativity, your education, your markets. So this is the time when you will be able to launch your product, or you want to start something, some educational program. So momentum is there. Definitely you're going to be getting that momentum because Saturn is looking here as well. So in your romance, if you were having any kind of issues, now they will get resolved. I know you will be very mature. You will say that it is a Saturn is a cold graha, it's a detaching graha, but you should remember that Jupiter is also going to be aspecting your 5th house zone again. So this is a big time saving grace which you are heading to in your romance, in your creativity, your children, childbirth, scholarships program. If you are thinking of joining some education plan, going to the overseas place, so this is a good time period. You can do it, and avoid overheats. Just don't eat heaty products, or don't have any kind of heated arguments with your own family members. That is something you have to be little cautious about. But it is definitely a very positive time period you're heading to. In case you have any kind of inheritance or anything to do with your financial management to do, so this is Saturn is going to give you good results, and health is also going to improve. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. Okay. So for Virgo natives, it's a pleasant transit. Saturn turning direct is definitely going to be much favorable for you guys. It is good for your contracts, relationship, and also you will get that clarity now. Whether you want to be in this relationship, you want to move away from this relationship, all that will be there, and there will be definitely some clarity on those areas as well. Now it is in trine, can you see, to Scorpio and Cancer also, and is aspecting your 10th house, from 10th house the 4th house as well. So it is good for community gains and campaigns, short journeys, short trips, sibling connectivity, authority, communication. That is because Sun is there, so you will be very authoritative also, and PR, goodwill, all that is going to trigger. There can be some proposal, some PR, visa, contracts that are going to also get activated with all the grahas in trine to Saturn. But you have to do the paperwork well, because Saturn says do everything meticulously. Saturn says get into the nitty-gritties of everything. Don't just do anything casual, because Saturn is a matured graha. It is really a very sensible graha, I would say. So it makes you more mature, sensible also. So your tone becomes very authoritative, because you have that, you yourself have that, you feel that you can do it all. So that is what Saturn gives you, makes you mature before time. So when Saturn is in trine to your water sign energy, so you need to cross check everything very well. Certification programs you can do. You can also work on your PR, visa, your paperwork, etc. You want to sell your property, you can work on that also. So all these are going to get triggered up with this trinal connection of the planets. Now all the planets are going to cluster in your 4th house from 7 December onwards, and Jupiter is also going to be looking here, because Jupiter is going to be in Gemini sign. So this is good for family, property decisions, or maybe some kind of comforts will rise, with Venus also going to be there. So this is definitely a very positive time period for you guys till the 17th of January. And anything to do with your education or children, or your reconciliation in your romance or in relationship, so all that is also going to trigger up. But do remember that this is the time when you might just be leaving your country and going to the other country, and Ketu is there waiting there in your 12th house, so it can give some troubles there. So be watchful when you're leaving your place. You have to plan everything really well, because Jupiter is a positive graha which is looking at 4th lord is going to be looking here, so it will be giving you travels back and forth, but you will not be able to leave your country where you are to settle down somewhere else. And if you are in the foreign land already overseas, then Ketu is giving you issues and troubles already also. Okay, so this is what I can say, and I think make the best use of your friends, your community you move around in. And till the 5th of December, Jupiter is here, so it is going to trigger so many positive things. Mercury retrogression and Jupiter retrogression video is going to be aired soon. I will be doing it live as well soon. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Libra. All right, so for Libra natives, this transit, your Yoga Graha is going to be getting direct. So definitely there has been a lot of work that you have been handling and managing, and issues at the workplace. Now Saturn direct is going to give you a sigh of relief. I can assure you this is a better time. Now Saturn, whenever will be turning retrograde, it doesn't mean that it is going to be giving you bad results. No, but Saturn is on the verge of changing signs actually. In demotion it would have touched Aquarius again, but thankfully it has not, and it is now starting, it is going to get stationary, and you're going to be experiencing the energies now towards the positive, because Saturn has not been giving you the 6th house results till now. So anything to do with any kind of disputes you have been going through, or legal battle, or anything to do with health issue, now Saturn is going to give you go ahead. I feel that Saturn has already started to give you the results, because I know it is still 1 month to go, but somebody told me that it has already started to show up, because I've started to work out, I've started to work better at the performance has gotten better. So things actually start giving the results. These kind of transits start giving the results way in advance also. Okay, so if you are experiencing some relief, so give the credit to this Saturn energy also, especially if you are in the dasha of Saturn or Rahu, or especially Jupiter. So this is going to be giving you some positive results also. Now you see Cancer sign and Scorpio sign is also getting active because of the trinal connection. So this is good for pricing discipline. Don't overspend, and payroll decisions and revenue capture, accounts, contracts, all this is definitely going to trigger. And at the workplace you will get that limelight, or we can say that you will get that support from your subordinates and your mentors also. So this is a good transit, but you should see the Ketu energy also when this trinal connection of Sagittarius, the Dharma Trikona 159 is going to get active from the 7th December onwards. Now here, thankfully, Jupiter is also going to be looking here, but this is for good for paperwork, for siblings, connectivity. Also, you will get a lot of clarity. You will actually be, shifting away from or moving away from the toxic relationships also. So you will get that clarity. But yes, it is good for campaigns, paperwork, travels, short distance journeys, and you will learn more. And this is good for PR, visa, etc. also if you're waiting for your PR, etc. So this will give you that in case you have that yoga in your personal chart also. Definitely everything is dependent on your personal dasha, on your personal chart. These are all generic predictions, what the transits are doing in the sky, which is just an indication that it can happen. So 50 to 60% I'm covering already. So if it is there in the yoga is there, the triggering point is also active, so it will happen. So investment wise, you have to take it easy. Do not get carried away and do bigger investments, or just take easy on that, lock SOPs and payments during this time. Key payments you can do, but announce rate cards in Sun in Sagittarius. Okay. So Sun is going to be in Sagittarius, Mars is going to be in Sagittarius, Venus is going to be in Sagittarius, Mercury is also going to be towards the end of December in Sagittarius. So this is something which is going to trigger your third house energy. So this is definitely very positive. If you have to make any decisions regards to paperwork, etc., you can do it. Selling of your property, etc., you can do it. And this is definitely good for your short distance travels as well. And you might just purchase some vehicle also during this time. Okay, so positive time period I would suggest for you guys. Coming to and fitness regime, you must follow a strict dietary and fitness regime and sweat it out, not just yoga or any simple light exercises. You need to do rigorous exercises if you want to, because Mars is going to be looking at, they are going to be in mutual aspect actually, to Saturn and Mars looking here. So it is required, you must. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. All right. All right. So for Scorpio natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be getting direct in your 5th house. See, 4th house, 5th house transit is not considered to be that good. Then 3rd house, 6th house is good. Then 7th house, 8th house, little okay-ish. 9th house is also okay. 10th house is good. 11th house is okay. 12th house is okay-ish again. It leads to Sadasati and all. So we must also understand that when Saturn is in the 5th house, it is drying up that place. Wherever Saturn is, it is drying up that place. So you might not be that creative. Okay, you want to do things, but you're not able to. So it is restricting you in love, relationship, the romance, as if it's a near us, kind of a situation in your love relationship. So you do feel, what is happening in the relationship, why there's no spice. So, but it is good for your education. It is good for your long-term setting goals. Also, can you see in trine, Sun, Mars, Venus and Mercury will also be transiting here, and Jupiter is also there till the 5th of December. Jupiter is also going to be there. So this trine is getting active for you guys, which is definitely very positive for something which is going to stabilize the stabilizing impact, because the Kendra connection is there, trinal connection is there. So definitely it is good for the ones who are waiting for some triggering of the events. So maybe marriage, joining of a job, change of place, maybe your, say as students, you want to join a course or something, investment. So this is definitely going to trigger, but you will be restrictively doing things, constructively doing things. Grants, international law, charisma, drive, temper, impulse, that you have to take care, authority, rebranding, audience, love, traction. All this is the word actually, this is what. And contracts, if you want to sign some agreements and contracts, then all the grahas will be clustering in your 2nd house where Saturn is already aspecting. Okay, Sagittarius sign, and Mars will also be aspecting, so they will be in mutual aspect, remember. So this is the time when you will have to monetize, price revisions is required. You need to really, seal the terms. What are the terms and conditions? Read them well. Family connectivity. You need to keep your head in center rather than getting in that combat and argument and all. So that is something you have to take care. But definitely it is a good time to launch your window, and don't overshare when Mars is in your second house. Okay, so this is something you have to, the KRA, I would suggest that just be careful, as it is Sagittarius is your second house. So you have to be taking care of your family connections also. Maybe some ex relationships might trigger again, so you need to be a little careful. Ketu is, as it is in your 10th house, you might just feel a little haphazard in your way of working, but Saturn direct will help you. It is going to tone the energies down of the negatives of your 10th house related affairs, that is your name, fame, promotion, travels, work, job. These are going to get triggered up, because Saturn in retrogression was actually giving you some issues at the workplace also. Now it is going to balance. I'm not saying that it is going to enhance suddenly everything. 5th house transit is 8th from 10th, so it can give you some issues at the workplace, obstacles, hurdles, slowdom, or maybe there's a lot of workload that you have to, or multitasking. So that is something you have to be aware of as well. Okay, so this is to be checked from 13th of July till the 28th November, one phase, and from 28th November to the 27th July 2026 is one phase. So you have to divide it in two parts and see what is the comparison that you have. Okay, coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. Okay, for Sagittarius natives, So for Sagittarius natives, the Saturn is looking at your first house any which ways. It is now direct, so it is going to be casting its impact even more. So now in the trine, you can see there's a Jupiter in the 8th house, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury are in the 12th house. Mercury will also be transiting soon. So this is what is Saturn in the Pisces sign when it goes direct. This chart is of the 29th of November, by the way. So we have to note the dates which I have mentioned initially in the beginning part, 10th November to 29th November. Mercury is also retrograde. So what's happening here when they are forming a water element connection, no? So this is like home, base, titles, lease, purchase of property, selling of property, shifting from one place to another, and also definitely there's a safety net till 5th of December with Jupiter in the 8th house as well. So it is good for retreat, closure, be discreet, detox, finishing, quiet approvals, finalize back office documents, with Mercury also transiting your 12th house. So you need to work on these areas. If at all you're thinking of going for change of place, you want to shift out from one place to another, change a job, so this is definitely going to trigger. 4th house is also called the Kantaka Shani. When 4th house Kantaka Shani is active, it is not considered to be that good. Okay, why? Because it will give you too much of workload. It will make you quite detached from everything. So when you're detached from your home environment, the comfort zone is missing. That means you're working a lot. You're productive. So I don't call the Kantaka Shani as a bad thing. So when you talk from moon also, you can see from ascendant also, you can see from dasha sign also, you can see, as I always say. So if it is triggering your 4th house with Saturn getting direct, so definitely it is giving you that those energies where you will be making some productive moves. You'll be shifting out from the place where you are. It displaces you from one place to another also, for sure. So these are going to get triggered up. Thankfully Jupiter is there till the 5th of December, so it's a big time saving grace also. So you can make some decisions and finish your documentation. Not a good time period for investments. I would suggest not to go. Just take it easy. Okay, just take it easy. Okay. And also leadership roles once Saturn. Okay, now all the grahas will be in your first house. When they are in the first house, it is going to be the time when you will look for identity, leadership, and also soft close should be there, but public launch you can do after December. In case you want to launch your product or something, you can do it. You want to do some you want to do something related to your own identity. That is something where you will be working on how you can be productive. You changes, that the kind of changes the internal churning which happens when all the grahas are going to be in the first house. You might just lose your temper and cool also. Mars is also there in the first house. Sun is also there. Ego clashes do happen. Venus is there, so you might just purchase some aesthetics, some ornaments, and you might just go for some hairdo or something. Cosmetic surgery also is possible with Venus, Mercury, Mars and Mercury combination. You might just be going in for some surgical process also. Okay, so that's what. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. Alright, so for Capricorn natives, this is your Lagnesh after all, which is turning direct in the third house. Very good transit, I would suggest, if you have to make any decisions. This is a very, very positive one. If you want to enhance your skills, if you want to communicate, if you want to travel, if you want to have good relationship with others, you want to communicate and communicate not only for reconciliation, but also, having a good relationship with the others. You will be matured talk. So this Saturn is definitely very positive and it is getting direct. It has hardly stayed on a few degrees and it has gotten retrograde. So means it has just moved as if like for a few steps and then it went retrograde. So anything that, moves forward and comes back, it has a lot of energy now to put in. So you have that energy. You have experienced highs and lows. Now you're going to be experiencing better times. I would suggest that if you want to, you will definitely be able to. You will have that courage to make decisions also. Now, can you see this trine is getting active with Jupiter in Cancer sign, Mars, Sun, Venus in trine, in water sign, and Mercury also will be there. So whenever the trine gets active, remember that trine gets active, I have explained, but when the water trine gets active, so you're very creative and very emotional also. You have that in-depth quality in you. So relationship wise, this is getting triggered up even more. So you're going to be getting married or whatever, you have planned for your business growth, etc. It is going to happen. Events, communities, leadership in groups, gains, ticketing, campaigns, schedules, all this is going to trigger up. I'm giving you just the overview of this transit because there is an elaborate video waiting for you after Saturn turns direct. I will be waiting for your review and then I will be making that video, of course. So this is what you have to now make the best use of these areas. And then all the clustering of planets will be in your 12th house. And that is where Saturn is looking already, your Sagittarius sign post December. So that's the time when Saturn goes direct. Right now it's in trine, okay, when it is retrograde. Now when they all transit to your 12th house and Saturn activates this zone, so it is good for retreats, it's good for back-end jobs, it is good for a structured job, and also you can be spending on charity also, visa, retreats, all that is going to get triggered up. So all the themes will get triggered up. Saturn says take it easy. If you have to give $10, you might just refrain from giving $10 and you might just give only $8 or $9 instead. Okay, if you're going in for some submissions or something, you will reread the documents well. If you have to travel, you will reread or you redo the itinerary. If you have to go for documentation of anything, you will reread everything, because Saturn is a scanner also. Saturn is drying up the place. Saturn is skinny. Saturn is skinny, so you need to put oil. That oil is required, that kind of a thing. So you need to put your mental setup into it. You need to put more effort to do things. That is why Saturn says if you want that success, you need to put effort. So that is what. And also, keep budgets tight when all the grahas are in your 12th house. Don't overspend. Okay. But it is a good transit for you. Coming to the next one, that is Aquarius. See, these signs are going to get relieved. Why? Because Saturn, when is retrograde, it was inching towards your first house. Again, sadisati kind of a result. Now, when Saturn turns direct, it is going to be inching forward in your second house. So, revenue recognition, speech, family duties formalize, all these are going to get positively impacted. Because, you were having... when Saturn is there, your thought process becomes very narrow. You think with too much of restriction. your horizon is very narrowed down. So when Saturn is going to be getting direct, now it is leaving your first house. It is like moving away from your first house. Finally, this is the time when it is finally relieving you. Now you can take a thank God. That kind of a relief you'll be getting. Thank God. So things will, after, as if you were getting choked. Now you're going to breathe with the Saturn transiting your second house into the direct motion. So definitely a positive time regards to your finances, savings, connections with others at the workplace, your co-workers, your mentors, your health. Everything is going to get better and better. Okay, so a health, execution power at work. Avoid friction though, because Mars is there and you're trying to, this Shani, till the time it gets direct, and then it gets direct, then the 11th house will get triggered up. So execution of power at work, and then endorsement, authority, client goodwill, all these are going to get triggered up. And of course appraisal, you might just get the appraisal that you have been waiting for. Okay, so till the 7th of December, definitely this time period you can the 10th house is getting triggered up. Then post that, gradually all the grahas will be moving into your 11th house, and there is a mutual aspect of Shani and Mars also, and there's a clustering of planets in the 11th house also. So this is where your conferences, boards, social capital, your saving of money, because there's a Dhana Yoga also forming here. So this is definitely going to be positive for progeny, children, creativity, investments, finances, sibling relationship, friends relationship, community, innovation. All that is going to trigger when this is going to be there. And also it is good for your leadership role that you are being assigned. So wait for the right time, and it is going to give you what it has to. Be more productive, don't expect too much, and it is going to be giving you growth and growth and growth. Saturn, when blesses, it blesses like anything. But Mars is something we all should dread, because Mars is the Krura Graha, or I would say is the Graha which denies also. If it doesn't want to give you, he will not give you. But this Mars is going to give you good results, because it's the third lord in the 11th house. So it is definitely very positive. Good for travels, good for investments, good for your courage part also. You'll be making some decisive moves. Okay, coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Okay, so for Pisces natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be over your first house in the direct motion. Now finally this is getting direct, though it is gaining a lot of strength. It is making you matured. It is going to make you quite sensible, and there's lots on your plate. Can you see there is no other graha in the Kendra, but there will be in the Kendra after December. So right now Saturn is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde, Mercury is also going to be retrograde from the 10th of November till the 29th of November. So November video will be coming soon. So now what is happening here with Saturn in the first house, your role, your health, your boundaries will be respective, gravitas. This is what is Saturn in the first house. Now you will be matured, you will be sensible, people will start understanding you, not understanding you, but recognizing you, your work. Because when you become very sensible, what happens? Sometimes people think that, oh, this person is too good for me, he's too mature for me, he's too sensible for me. I don't think so. We have that same wavelength. But at times, but sometimes it is like, people think that, oh, he's too good for me, so they just move away from you. So that's also in a positive direction only, when people don't appreciate you on your face, but you know what you are. So that is the role that you're getting, that power role with Saturn looking at your 10th house also. Now you can see Jupiter is in trine, and Mars, Sun, Venus and Mercury also will be moving into Scorpio. So they will all be forming a trinal connection. Now when they have the trinal connection, so this is good for creativity, children, education, travels, legal action, and also approvals, publishing, collaboration, scholarships, visas, filings, journaling. All that is going to be good, but avoid zeal. Too much of zeal is also not good, when there is a lot of energy on the 9th house. So you might just start criticizing what you're doing, what religion are you following, you're not doing things right. So you become too advanced, way advanced than others, and you expect others to behave that way as well. No harm in becoming advanced, but going ahead, but Don't criticize others. That is what I meant to say. Now, this is good for any kind of legal battle that you are going through. So this is going to give you relief. Now, post 7 December, all the grahas one by one will be transiting through your 10th house. 7 December Mars, 16 December Sun, 20th December Venus, and then lastly 29 December Mercury. So there will be a clustering of planets in your 10th house. Saturn is looking at your 10th house, as you can see. So this will be the time when you will be gaining that visibility at the place of work. You will be recognized. Oh, this person did this job. If you want to go in for any kind of job change or profile change, or if you're jobless, you will get the job. For sure, this is the time when 10th house is getting activated by two Digbali grahas, Mercury, Sun and Mars. So it is actually triggering these zones. So you will, maybe you have to travel overseas for work, or you're gaining that, those contracts that you were waiting for. Investors are investing. So all that is getting triggered up. In relationship also, you will be little relaxed and you will find that relief during this time period. Okay. So definitely a very positive time period. Is just that Saturn will give you lots of work. You will become very mature and sensible. You will become very detached also. When you become quite busy, what happens? You don't have time for anyone, and not for any frivolous tasks, right? So Saturn in the first house does that. It slows you down. It slows you down as in, like, you're not mixing with people, and you're working on yourself, and the inner churning happens towards better. Okay, so this is what is the first house Shani going to do. So I hope you all like the video, and I will be from time to time doing the videos on the shifts of the energies, like Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, etc. will be coming soon. And November is a very power packed month, because we have so many grahas having this transit of retrogression in trine. Water trine is going to get triggered up, with Mercury and Jupiter also getting retrograde with alongside Saturn. So I'll be coming back with these videos separately, and do stay tuned, and all the best. Have a great Saturn's ingress in retrograde, as well as stationary and direct motion in Pisces sign. Om Tat Sat.